Now it's time for the valve assembly. We're going to be using springs, so we better put on our safety glasses.
Okay, so if you recall how we took this head apart, we're going to do the reverse order to reinstall all of the components. So first, we're going to take our intake valve, and if you recall, the intake valve is the larger valve.
Okay, tell us why that was larger again.
The intake valve is larger because the engine needs to breathe. All of the air and fuel required to operate this engine comes in through this valve.
How are we going to know which side is the intake?
So the intake side is the side that aligns with where the carburetor mounts to the head. The exhaust side is the side where the muffler mounts to the head.
All right, I think we should remember that.
So as we install this intake valve, we're going to hold it to the seated position with our fingers. Install the valve spring seat. Also serves as somewhat of an oil seal. The valve spring. Now you're going to take your retainer and you're going to push down onto the valve stem and then shift the retainer to the center to where it locks in the groove of the valve. Be certain that it's locked in before you remove your fingers. Once you're certain that it's locked in, you can remove it and your intake valve is now assembled. We're now going to take our exhaust valve. The exhaust valve will slide easily into the exhaust port. There's no seat on the exhaust valve, just the spring. Then your retainer. Gently push down, shift it to the center. Be certain that it locks in place. That completes your exhaust valve. Now, remember, the two valve stem caps are very small, loose components. These components can easily get lost, or if they fall loose into the engine, they could cause internal engine damage.
For sure.
So we're going to push down those caps onto the valve stems and be sure that they stay seated.
Okay, I think you should get to work, but make sure you let your instructor check it when you're done.